Hello, sports fans. I am Chris, your league manager, and I am here to bring you the scores and highlights for our fantasy year. Yes, much like the prospects of my first number one pick, Eddie Lacy, my team is not looking good right now. We're going to be tying up the fantasy football year. There's only about a month left to it. Playoff teams are getting ready to go. Or I'm going to quick take a look at how things are going to work for the playoffs and give you guys a little bit of headway on that one. First of all, I want to take a look. We're doing gold and silver from here on out so that everyone can cheer on the teams as best we can. Looking at the standings right now, in the Gold League, we have 4 divisions. If I know correctly how this is going to work, and I hope I do because I'm the league manager, the top from each division gets a playoff spot. Top from each position, each division gets a playoff spot. So in division number 1, Gruden's Grinders have a strong lead over Wisconsin Vikes fan. The Mighty Mighty Warriors have a strong lead over the Cheeseheads. The Knuckleheads and the Inglorious Bradfords are neck and neck at 4 and 6, and the Cardiac Pack have a strong lead over the Gridiron Geeks. Right now, what we have left, we're going to do week 11 this week, week 12 next week, week 13 the week after that, week 14 the week after that, and then starting in week 15 is the playoffs. So we only have 4 games left, people. 4 games. So when it comes to the Gold League and how things are looking in the Gold League, right now I would say Wisconsin Vikes fans are out of it. The Cheeseheads are out of it. Knuckleheads and Inglorious Bradfords, we don't know what's going to happen there. And I would say the Gridiron Geeks are out of it. Now, for everyone who doesn't make the main playoff spot going for the championship, there is a playoffs for you. So it's kind of a runners-up kind of listing. So make sure you stay competitive, stay in it. But as far as that goes, you're going to be out of the championship rankings. Right now, number 1 overall in the league is Gruden's Grinders. You say he's putting up a whopping 991. But the first team to break 1,000 was the Mighty Mighty Warriors. 1,012 points. 1,012 points. But also, I think an important stat for us to look at here is Wisconsin Vikes fan has given up 1,052 points. That means he's played the toughest competition this year, which probably explains the 4 and 6 record. So Timothy Stearns, great job playing. That's just bad luck. And you notice some of the other teams who've had tough competition have not been doing so well. Knuckleheads probably would be having a pretty good lead right now if they hadn't played so many good teams. So sometimes there's just bad luck. But looking ahead here, Gruden's Grinders, Mighty Mighty Warriors, and Cardiac Pack are pretty much safe to make the playoffs. So get your team playoff ready. And Knuckleheads and Inglorious Bradfords, you got to go for it. You got to push. You got to show who wants it. Now we're going to go over here now and take a look at the Silver League. Silver League is a little bit different because we have 2 divisions. I believe it's still going to be the top 2 teams from each division, so there are only 4 playoff spots in the Silver League as well. But this one is a little more chaotic. So obviously the number 1 in both divisions is going to go to the playoffs, but then I believe after that it's best record. I could be wrong, but I believe that's how it works. So right now, sitting pretty, Christ is my GM, Hawkeye, winners play here, and then it might be Siete Ocho gets the 4th spot. If not, it'll be the Kingsmen. But right now, there's a lot going on right there. pretty much almost nobody's out of it. I would say the Chicken Coopers and Cyclone are probably out of it. And D&M Divers are definitely out of it. But don't remember that we got the backup playoffs coming up. So you really need to make your push now. Try to get some of those players, maybe who are coming back from injuries right now. Maybe if you're sitting in these middle spots, start taking some crazy risks. I know that Jackie's team is on a 3-win streak, so she's coming after you, Siete Ocho. You better be ready. And down here, it's a big jumbled mess. Hastriders to winners play here. They're only 3 games apart. Now there's only 4 games left, so that's a pretty big lead. But it's not a very big jump on the 2 games. So if Kingsman loses 2, they're probably out. If Hastridor goes on a 4-win streak right here at the end, they might sneak in. So make sure you make your push. This is going to be a real exciting end of the season, and then a really exciting playoff. So everyone, make sure you stay in it, stay involved. Don't be like Eddie Lacy. Don't sit on the sidelines eating cheeseburgers. Get in there, make it happen, and maybe you will be a fantasy champion this year. We're going to have updates every week from here on out, and we're going to show you some prizes that you might be able to earn. I hope you guys have a great week and keep it hot in fantasy football. Stay fresh, San Diego.